everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Ludd's Colts. With that, let's get you up to Indianapolis. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. Michael had his 5th visit to the end zone in Week 8, 40 yards on 10 carries, though, so not a whole lot of production for him.
Began the season hot. I mean, came out really blazing and looked like he would be able to replace Thomas Rawls' production from last year. But in recent weeks, that number's continued to go down, and Seattle's throwing the ball more than ever.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
On second down, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Wilson on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7. Precise, he did a little bit on the ground and through the air in their game in Week 8, didn't he?
And that speaks to who he is as a player. We always talk about hybrid players on defense, guys who can do multiple things. But there are plenty of them on offense as well. Precise at Notre Dame was a running back and a wide receiver. He got the bulk of his receiving yards against New Orleans on a nice trick throw with a lateral to Tanner McAvoy, who was a quarterback, safety, and tight end at Wisconsin, who threw it back to him.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Wilson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. They go read option with Wilson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Locke, escaping the pressure right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. That goes for a gain of 31.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, Love. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They run. It's Gore. You know, Charles, Gore is on pace for possibly another 1,000-yard season. It would be his 9th.
I talked with a GM in the league, and all he talked about was when I was coming up through the ranks, people would always say, if you would get your team to be just like Frank Gore, everyone you draft, you'd have a heck of a team. Incredible work ethic, will to win, and obviously tremendous production.
Production this year, 532 yards through the 8 games to start the season. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Curse. That one goes for 24 yards.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good game. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carroll...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Jimmy Graham taking it in. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling.